Hold on. Ah. Hello. Hi. Hi Breezy, hi Bob, hi Nate, hi Standard, hi Victigo, hi Deja. Scary timing, how did you know I just got home? Well, I heard the door open from my my living space in your walls, so... Did the moose win? Well, I am standing here alive and... probably visibly unharmed, as far as you can tell. Okay, guy. Grandma? Real funny. You're... you're probably twice my age. I'm... what am I on about? I don't know. Ooh. I wrote you a poem. I fell for Belle when I caught a whiff of her smell. I fought the urge to splurge my money because she's sweet as honey. My feet hurt. You know what? Maybe I'm retiring. Maybe it's the stream. Maybe this is my graduation stream. maybe no more of this. I'm an ankle burner. Gross. But last week it was suddenly dropped on me out of nowhere that I had to visit my grandfather for his birthday. And so I went on a 12-hour car ride across the US. Tired. Is the scenery nice? In America, I feel the good scenery is breathtaking, but a very, very large amount of America is empty fields and really bland roads. Did you touch grass? I touched snow. There was a lot of snow. I threw a snowball at one of my younger relatives and he didn't forgive me after that. He just kept bringing it up every time he saw me. So don't throw snowballs at children, everyone. Pro tip. That's how I like it, baby. I love flatland and I love corn. I do not love corn. I do love seeing cows, though. Cows live on flatland, and you know the scenario, you're all packed into a car, whatever, someone goes, cow, and everyone walks to the window, cranes their head to go look at the cows. It's great. Horses, too. Horses are a little less common than cows, though. I voted died, I Sazerac. I don't know how many of you I've already said hi to. At some point it gets a little, you know, but I was in a car all night. I thought we would have been home by Monday initially, but that wasn't the case. Somehow though, I've gotten my sleep schedule a little bit back on track, which is kind of a miracle. It turns out when you have to conform to other people's schedules, you get up at early times and go to sleep at early times as well. Beautiful. She didn't say hi, she hates me. I'm pretty sure I said hi to you, Bob. I think you're probably just desperately trying to get my attention because, I'm the swaggiest person alive? Question mark? Hi Phantom, hi Meta. I give it a week? Shut up! I need to get my life on track. I need to sleep at normal times and get up at normal times so that I can... You know, if you're going to jinx it like that for me, maybe I just won't appear on streams anymore. Is that what you want? Is that what you want? No more Belle ever again? I'm drinking soda, but it's not my usual soda. My dear grandma, when we left, gave my dad some pastries and put a bag of ginger ale. Not a can of ginger ale in the bag. And now I have a can of ginger ale. What I want is no more poncho, honestly. I vape nation. Seagrams or Canada Dry? This is important. Canada Dry. I think Seagrams is a little, like, Canada Dry is the leading brand. Seagrams is a little off the beaten road when it comes to mainstream sodas, I suppose. Question mark? She fell right into my trap. You know what? No more clothes. That's a important question. Pilk or Sproke? Would Sproke be Sprite Coke? I kind of want to know. I got my dad to drink Pilk once. I think I'd be too scared to try it myself. Clothes back on. You forgot the Blousemas VTuber? Well, you know what, maybe I should report you to Twitch for trying to get me to take my shirt off. That would break Twitch rules, and also, that is harassment, you freak. You sick, sick freak. Nice check. Pilk is unironically good, it's like cream soda. I know what you're trying to do. It won't work, but I think at some point I'm probably going to want to put myself through the suffering of trying Pilk anyway. So, this model's hair and eyes are quite pretty. Your voice matches well with the design. I'd hope it does. I'd hope my voice matches my face. If it doesn't, you know, that's whatever. I've seen... You know, it's kind of always a joy to go out in public, which I do infrequently in the first place, but encounter, like, cashiers and stuff with interesting voices. I remember getting on an airplane and one of the TSA agents was this older lady who sounded like Betty Boop. I really love people's voices. Interesting voices, well, smooth voices, even abnormal voices are really interesting. Like, grating voices are really interesting to pick apart. If you switch the bucket hat with a propeller hat, it fits your voice. What kind of appeal would that even be? What kind of niche would that even fill? This model is great, I'm sure. I just need to wear sunglasses to cut through the blinding glare. Is it so bad? Is it my radiant smile, perhaps? No, I think it's probably the fact that I'm pale as snow. My favorite are the soft, soothing voices. It's a little hard to find voices like that, you know, in the wild. It's kind of a voice that you have to deliberately maintain. As far as I can tell, it's the cave dweller skin. Well, I look around my room with all the curtains shut, my dimly lit room. Well... I think it is a good use of contrast. How clean is your room? Well, I couldn't clean it that much more over the weekend because I was gone. It's a lot better than it used to be. I don't know how much that counts for. But, you know. Is this like the normal voice you use when you talk to your dad? I don't talk that much off stream in general. So I don't know if I have a kind of natural sounding voice when I talk to people. Whenever there's too many people in a room, I can't talk at all. What do you mean you weren't cleaning your room with your mind from long distance? I'm sorry, I couldn't devote enough time to brainwashing rats into doing it for me. Too high effort. Can you do a VTuber accent for a second? What, like Bebe? Chat guy. I don't know. Chat. I don't know. I don't really... I don't know how to do that. Unfortunately. Did you use your Shondo voice when talking to Granville? God, no. Closest I get to using that in natural... in, you know, day-to-day life is probably animals. Like, oh, who's a good girl? You know, that kind of stuff. I love my little dogs. My little cats as well. Even though my cats are very annoying. Honestly, I like how you share your thoughts, opinions, and humor. Stay true and awesome. That's a very nice thing to say. At the same time, you talk kind of like a grandpa. I will stay true and awesome. Maybe. I can't really tell you what the future holds, but I probably will, because I am not very good at filtering myself. Everything I want to say just kind of seeps out of my mouth. You use the baby voice on Chevy? It kind of alternates, honestly. Most of the time, sometimes I like to talk to him like he's a normal person. Other times it's like, oh, come here, Chubbles. I love you, Chubbles, little Chubble. I don't know. I am kind of old though, like mid-30s. Where do you draw the line at mid? Like, a lot of people will say like, oh, I'm mid-20s. They could either be, you know, late 20s trying to feel a little better about it, or they could be trying to sound older, right? 35, exactly. 34 to 36. There's some ages that you can't really say mid or late for. It'd be real weird if you called someone late teens. You know? Three to 7 or so. I would consider 7 late 20s. You know, late in general, not late 20s, late 30s, late 40s. After that point, everything gets kind of late though. Is a late teen adult? Probably not 17. After that, yeah. I get called hag a lot, but hag love is quite popular lately. All of the hags people try to claim. People don't have love for true hags. I will say though, it's kind of endearing to watch a VTuber, and you know, you can slowly get a sense for their age. You can always flag a millennial. You know? I don't know. Blah, blah, blah. You act like a millennial? Okay, Zooey, where's the line drawn here? I don't think I act like a millennial, probably. Well... I think most people could probably gauge my approximate age. But... I'm not very subtle about it. Heckin' Pupperino. I noticed something while visiting relatives earlier. I started saying heck instead of hell. And it got increasingly weird, and it's like, am I filtering myself for these children? Am I furthering my filters where I already don't swear? Because it's funny. You act like a redditor! Oh god! That's the most brutal thing you can say to me. Oh god. I'm going to die. Hi, platformer. Oh god. You know, a comment like that, it just entirely, it shatters every bone in my ribcage. It hurts real bad, and also my chest is kind of deflated, like a wrinkly old balloon, because I have no ribcage now. And this is all your fault. I don't know why you would say that to me. I liked my ribcage. It's probably, any kind of millennial stuff is probably because of the type of media I consume, though. Of course I read lots and lots of manga and stuff like that, and that's not really... In general, that makes you talk kind of like a weirdo if you learn your slang from it, but... I've been... the kind of TV I watch is very, very millennial. It's not a bell stream without a chatter saying something that absolutely destroys her. Do you want me dead? Do you want this to happen all the time to me? Do you want me to experience nothing but suffering? I thought you liked me. The Y2K witch, she doesn't even have an iPod. Of course, I had an MP3 player a long time ago, but I lost it. I still save MP3s on my computer from time to time because, sometimes for trips I do like to listen to music, but I don't want to, you know, waste data on my phone or have to use any of the music apps. Music apps don't even have all the music I like, because the music I like is like random Vocaloid song with 200 views that I found on YouTube. I'm a real weirdo about this stuff. It's mutually assured suffering, Val. Well, I hope that your ribcage shatters as well. Every single bone in it. I hope you get like 1 billion ulcers from all the bone shards. Or maybe your bones will just melt. Maybe I'll sing in a perfect frequency that melts only your ribcage. Your chest will deflate like a sad wrinkly balloon, just like mine did. Mine did. Return to tape cassettes? People are always gonna be like, oh, VHS cassette tapes, remember that? Remember records? But I mean, at some point, I think it's best to maximize convenience. Honestly, I like CDs more than I could ever like a record. I do not like cassette tapes, because the tape is real annoying. Is hexing us as we speak? I mean, gotta keep your hands busy somehow. But I mean, it's a real pain when, you know, Kiko, a Vocaloid producer, released some versions of his songs only on a record, and now I have to suffer through the lower audio quality because it's on an inferior storage, what's the word? Storage form? Bye bye, Bonatide. Thank you for coming. Format! Medium. Yes, you have gotten it where I have failed. Real shame on my part. Most vinyl nowadays are pressed at CD quality. Yeah, well, when uploaded to YouTube, the tube throws me off. When uploaded to YouTube, it's got all these crackly sounds on it. Artsy types and their artistic directions, decisions. I think I might have reading problems. I think I might have reading problems. But it's such a pain. I want high quality audio. Give me your WAV files. WAV. WAV. Flack is fine. Yeah, but Flack is a dumb name. Flacks are dumb. It's just because they don't correct for rotational velocidensity. You guys are exactly the kind of nerds that would buy records. Nerds. Nerds. I say alone in my nerd room. Gotta learn to read or else we're gonna send in MP4s of our voices to chat. That's... That'd be too much. That'd be scary. Back to back to back. People's voices. Male voices even. Scary. Random. I am frightened by people. I had the kids. My relatives' kids loved me. This is kind of... I don't get it at all. But kids really... I will sit alone in an empty room and the kids flock to me and start trying to talk to me and I give them polite answers. I don't know. They go crazy for it. I don't understand it in the slightest. To be fair, the channel is still called Super Tunami. It will be called that until end of March, about just as a safety net of sorts. Ideally, I won't have to stop being Belle, but you know. You know. I want people to be able to find me for a bit. You know, if I suddenly changed all my names in one go, a lot of people would go, who's this? I don't remember following this. And they would watch me, potentially not knowing. And it would be a little bit of a bummer. Sorry, drinking ginger ale. But I wanna know something. I brought my 3DS with me so I could play some Kirby or whatever. And kid comes over to me and he's like, I wish I could bring my iPad. And I'm like, do you know what this is? And he's like, no. I was like, do you have any Nintendo consoles maybe? And he says, I got an Xbox. No, wait, Xbox. He said Xbox. Anyway, that was a little horrifying. Who is this woman I see on my screen? What is this bizarre reality? Have the streams crossed? I Brock. I am Beliaga. Tunami is no more. Did you beat True Arena? I was playing Kirby's Epic Yarn, so I am very sorry, but no. I have considered, the price of 3DS games is skyrocketing nowadays. I still like to get the physical copies, because, you know, I'm annoying like that. But I never got Planet Robobot, unfortunately. Was the Yarn epic? Yes! I played it a long, long time ago when I was still young. It was so great. Did any children have the new tongue? For the most part, no. I have a pretty, Christian family, I guess the word is. I don't really want to say that, but, you know, they're very strict on the morals they have the kids practice. I remember I got scolded for saying hell in front of the kids once. Or rather, I said it in front of the kids and they repeated it and they got scolded. You know, nothing wrong with that. But you know, they're pretty strict on things like screen time, and that's not really a bad thing, it's just a different thing. It is good they apparently don't have unrestricted access to the internet. They're still watching slop. I couldn't go to the big living room for a while because they would just have children's shows on all the time, and it was always just really, really weird stuff. Children's TV is scary. Teach the children about VTubers and manga and watch your family hunt you for sport. Maybe when they're at least teenage, they can know about all of the horrible manga I read. Nah, I don't even tell my younger brother about that, and he's older than all of them. They should get some old Barney or something for the kids. Nobody likes Barney. You know about Barney? Barney is the most bizarre show ever. It was made literally for one kid. The person behind it, you know, the main producer, had a kid whose favorite color was purple, and he liked dinosaurs. It is bizarre. How many times the various Barney actors have been arrested? Wait. I remember, when I was a kid, I was taken to a museum on a trip to another state for a bit. And they had this really cool giant supercomputer that was made for military use. And it was purple, so they named it Barney the Computer. Big and purple. Hi, Heiki. But that kind of stuff, it's really cute. Adorable. Barney the missile launch system? Yeah, I'm not sure what Barney was used for in that case, but, you know, I think all of it, the tech going into it is interesting at the very least. Even if it's that sort of stuff. Bye-bye, Adrian. I learned about something interesting recently as well. Have you heard the theory that Scorpion, the band, was a CIA psyop to destabilize the Soviet Union? Okay, so you know, random German band or something. Kind of heavy rock, not really by modern standards, but by those days. They take over Europe. They are allowed to play in the Soviet Union for a special event, and they play this heavy rock that is not allowed in the Soviet Union by default. You know, this crazy stuff. Years later, or months later, honestly, the Berlin Wall falls, and they release a song called Wind of Change, which becomes a chart topper in countries all across the European Union. All across Europe, you know? Theory goes, the CIA wrote that song and insisted that, you know, they work with them. I think it's so funny that I would like to believe in it. I don't know. Oh, also I learned more horrifying things. During World War II, the Japanese enlisted hundreds of high school girls to help them build bombing balloons that they sent to the US over seasonal wind currents. And this is like a real thing that happened. There was only one lethal attack. 9,000 balloons were launched. It's more just horrifying to think. It's scary how creative they are. It'd be like a UFO sighting, wouldn't it? You know, you watch mysterious white orbs float through the sky. If they ever land, you know, loud explosion. See, the Scorpion song, Rock You Like a Hurricane, the rocks were the Berlin Wall, the hurricane is a reference to the winds of change. You didn't... Do you know any other songs by Scorpion? Do you know any song that isn't Rock You Like a Hurricane? What about Unit 731? Surface level knowledge, lame. Lame, learn new stuff. It's not that it's not sick, but it's the thing people always bring up, you know? You wanted war crimes? I want war crimes that are more interesting to hear about. Ones that most people don't learn very quickly. Don't know. You know, there's ones that are just kind of like sad with no interesting part to it, like Comfort Woman. What is there to say about Comfort Woman? That was pretty sad and messed up, you know? You know about that time the US government tried to assassinate Fidel Castro by breaking a clam to just explode when he went scuba diving? Honestly, I doubt that was any kind of finalized project because of how the CIA kind of functions on that front. If it's too resource intensive and too circumstantial, they'll probably scrap it. Like, people will talk about Project Acoustic Kitty, in which they wanted to sew a microphone into a cat so it could spy on the Soviets. And allegedly, the story goes, they finished sewing the microphone into the cat, and then it ran out the door and got ran over by a car immediately. But the truth is, they just never actually went through with it because it didn't really work that well. Hi, Uber. But I mean, people will go like, oh, CIA does all this horrifying stuff, and they do. They've done pretty crazy stuff. But a lot of the projects you'll hear about weren't actually continued, you know? Well, how do you learn these things? There's a wide variety of ways I learned. Sometimes you'll just see it randomly on social media. Sometimes my dad will tell me about it. Sometimes it'll randomly get mentioned in, like, relation to something I'm looking into. Sometimes I'll look at lists on Wikipedia. One time I actually learned something by going through, Flickr. You know, photography uploading social media that I like to go through from time to time. A lot of official agencies will upload free use images on there, and you can learn a lot of interesting stuff like that. For example, there's a lot of really nice deep sea photos up on there because of the play. I can never remember the agency in charge of the Nautilus, which is a deep sea submarine that I believe its purpose is to scan the seafloor for mapping. Is Flickr just Instagram? Nowhere close! It is photography focused, and it is very in-depth on that. You can even search by individual models of camera. You can, it's great. You can sort by year. It's great. I love Flickr. And all of the images in my, except the texture on the very back, all of the images in my overlay here are real modified versions of public use Flickr images. The background is a scan of an envelope texture. It's real good. Flickr is pretty niche for camera nerds. I still like to sort by niche cameras because you can get, there are certain cameras. I'm not a photography nerd in the slightest. I don't even own a camera that isn't my phone. But you can get, a lot of older cameras have really interesting color quirks, and you can get a lot of useful color study out of things like that. I love it. When I go on Flickr right now, they are advertising a picture of a British man lying in a bowl of Fruit Loops up to his face. I can tell he's British because the Fruit Loops don't have American food coloring. Are there other nations that don't have American food coloring in their Fruit Loops? For all you know, he could be like Slovenian. Slovenia a place? Is it still a place? I don't know. I don't know. No, that's an actual sunfish you trapped there. I won't fall for your trick, Switch. Well, maybe I tracked down the sunfish from the photo that I referenced. Slovakia is a place. What is Slovenia then? Hi, Dana. Slovenia is a place. It borders Italy to the west, Austria to the north, Hungary to the northeast, Croatia to the... Oh wait, is this the... This is the country that Croatia is preventing from getting sea lion, isn't it? Or maybe, wait. No, Croatia is preventing multiple countries from getting sea lion. That's really funny. Hi, Dana! There's a countries that sound made up for a bit. Bosnia and Herzegovina. Herzegovina? Govina. I don't know, I'm not good at complicated languages. Hi, Flower. Alstimmen. I'm finally back from inconsistent stream hell. Agony, forever, forever. The agony strikes my heart. I lost my train of thought. In general, I don't even know what they call like Southeastern Europe. That's the point where they start getting really mad about what they're called. Europe in general is like that. Like, obviously, those are the Slavic states, and those are the Baltic states, and what do any of these mean? I don't know. Ah. Hmm. I just find it funny that there's a whole country in Europe named Georgia, same as the southern state. You know, when I was a little girl, my dad showed me his collection of foreign currency, and he had he had some Georgian change. He never really clarified to me that Georgia was its own country, so I thought like, huh, some weird stuff must have happened in the South. And I believed that for a long time. Way too long. I think I only stopped believing in it when I was a preteen. Hi Hanfling, Baltic on the sea, Slavic wearing Adidas. I would hope Slavic people have a little more fashion sense than that, but you know, I don't think I can count on American people to have that much fashion sense. I didn't even, it still took me a long time to figure out where Georgia was even after I realized that Georgia was its own country. Honestly, I assumed it was somewhere in South America. Of course. I still don't really know where Georgia is. Where is Georgia? It's right on the border of Russia. That's horrifying. Oh. Does it really matter where anything in Europe is? I don't know. I like to be aware of the world around me. I think there's a lot of interesting things you can learn from other places. I think it's good to know lots of things about different kinds of people. I don't know. You can be very aware of yourself, and it can help you be less judgmental as a person, you know? Like, I'm a real weirdo. I have no place to be judging anyone ever. So, you know, I am confronted with someone else's weird thing. I can say like, yeah, it's weird. Doesn't hurt anyone. Goodbye. You've surpassed 90% of Americans in international literacy. I mean, there are still a not great amount of Americans that can't get normal literacy. So, you know, I'm not that good at literacy myself, honestly. You judge us, the say so and pure cheetah mates? You guys are perverts. Pervert creeps. I am too. So, you know, we're just going in circles here. Weirdos flock together. Nothing wrong with that. Surely not, pervert, creep, loser. At least we aren't more Pekkas? Like the Pokemon? What's going on? Who's a pervert? You are! You're a pervert, Mr. Willy Billy Bob. I'm not a perv, I am a creep though. You are a pervert, probably. Emma Murray, you are also a creep. What did I do? You're a pervert and a creep for being here. Oh, what's that game about a girl in a palace filled with horrifying creatures? Molgeko Castle. Honestly, I think about playing it sometimes for a stream thing, but it is a little dicey, and it doesn't help how the creator is having a little bit of difficulty right now online. You know? You know? Obviously, I'm not big enough to get swept into some kind of controversy like that. But at the same time, the creator, is clearly having some kind of mental problem. You know? Just only really goes online to post commissions and then go on long rants about the people she doesn't like. Little depressing. I always thought she was so cool for making, the games she wanted to, and then she became a huge Fujoshi and for years decided to only focus on making content related to her weird yaoi couple. Her weird toxic yaoi couple that does really bad things to each other. And then she said that she was not making games anymore. And then she freaked out on social media, and then she scammed a bunch of people out of money, and then she banned every Latin country from accessing her website and went on a long rant about how much she hated people online. So... yeah. I think the worst part is that is the second time she has done that. Last time she banned all of Korea from accessing her website. That was 2014. She still has not lifted the ban. Why Latin countries specifically? She has a great fan base in Latin America and most, Hispanic countries. And she just kind of blamed them for harassment she got for, scamming a bunch of VTubers out of their money and then choosing to not develop her games anymore. I milk before cereal. Yeah. It's real sad though. If she changes, I'll probably support her again, but it's sad to see someone you admire have a bit of a fall from grace like that. Who was this again? Funamushi, also known as Deep Sea Prisoner, also known as Mogeko, also known as Okigom. She made Wadanohara in the Great Blue Sea, the Great Garden, Mogeko Castle. There's a lot of lesser known ones as well. She made a really good manga called Obsolete Dream. And a little fun point and click game called Ice Cream about polar animals living on an iceberg. It was cute. She made a bunch of well-known RPG Maker games. Big, in that specific community she was pretty big, but I feel like the RPG Maker community is pretty niche nowadays, and it's not... Most people like it for nostalgia at this point. I think RPG Maker games are really cool. Nothing cooler about, working with a limited engine and pulling it off. RPG Maker. If I knew the name because she did VTuber models and they had to change to not be associated with her. Yeah, all the Funamushi VTubers are no longer Funamushi. A lot of them did full name rebrands too, but there's ones like Poniko who just changed models. Hi, Super Duper. To be fair, I see people fall from grace almost bi-monthly. At this rate, you eventually go numb to that. Yeah, it's not common that I'll probably have some kind of fall from grace eventually. Or maybe you gotta be popular for that first. Regardless, I think I'll probably burn up like Icarus one day. The guy who made Towelcat get into hot water, can we point to them as a golden standard still? Well, Towelcat, I think most of it is still untranslated, so what can you say? I think that's... We will keep watching even if you get ultra cancelled. I don't think I'll ever get like ultra cancelled because I'm just not that complicated or controversial of a person, I think. Even if I'm a little bad at filtering myself. I think if anything, my fall from grace would probably be something along the lines of I'd make a really weird change in content direction and everyone doesn't want to watch me anymore. Or I stop streaming altogether. I don't know when that would happen. But you never know the future. Things can always change forever. I gotta get better at art. What sort of change do you think could do that? I don't know. But it's something you see a lot in the VTuber community. Like someone gets known as an ASMR VTuber but doesn't really have... decides to stop doing it all of a sudden but did too much ASMR for people to get to know her. Or something like that. Imagine Belle decides to program an AI to stream for her, that would be weird. I think if I've thought about how that stuff works. I think it's a little too impractical though. You gotta really dedicate yourself to it. Pregante. You think I'll get pregnant? You think I'll go get married and settle down and then keep streaming anyway? Beetle made it work somehow. Beetle worked out because he was the first one to really put his all into it. And he got an audience mostly outside the VTuber sphere, to be honest. Hiyori, the model that Neurosama used, you know, really basic default model. You can get it off the official Live 2D site. It is ancient. Most people did not know that, so all you know is like there's this cute model that you don't recognize. So it looks well polished. Hi, Slurrat. Didn't Beetlemaker play Osu first though? That was not so much of a big streaming project though. I think it's more all this stuff got combined. You don't exactly have specific content now. There's a bit of art here, a game there, some chatting now and then. It's varied enough already that any changes wouldn't be out of field. It's a good thing that I'm so indecisive. And also easily bored. I can't stand sticking to one thing. Maternity leave donathon? If that would be a new low to sing to, honestly. Hi, Chubb. If I got knocked up, I think I would hope that I would get with someone who could afford to support me. Or I could afford to support myself. If not, yikes. Bad move on my part. Jeez. Name the child after a VTuber? Come on, little Pecora. Knocked up is a sentence? Is that so bad to say? It's the one I always jump to because it feels more embarrassing to say pregnant. If I got impregnated. Ooh. Ew. You know? Ew. Single mother Belle making bad decisions like naming her firstborn son Chubby too. If I was born and I was named to be the second version of a beloved pet, at that point what do you do? What kind of life is that living? Who said that? I visibly got into a state of fear. I can support you, don't mind my pig saying negative $2. You know what, sure. Can I be the deadbeat dad for you, Dana? I wanna be the deadbeat dad. Okay. Give me a moment. Really good news. I got my favorite blanket back. I left it at my grandma's. All donations go towards funding the child's VTuber model. I mean, single mother VTubers. You ever see Otsukare? They already exist. That's mostly cute. Here, I'll put Otsukare on screen. There we go. Hi, Forest Dollar. Blanket return gift. I'm very happy about it. It's this like really soft fuzzy blanket. I got it in elementary school at a sort of white elephant thing back when I was a Girl Scout. It's so worn down you can't see the pattern anymore, but it used to be a very blatant dog blanket with paw prints. I only found out about Otsukare because she ran ads for a bit. You know? That kind of stuff, it's sweet. But you were a Girl Scout for a little bit. I was also a cheerleader at one point, but only for a year or so. My mom took me out of the Girl Scouts because I didn't socialize well. And none of the girls talked to me, and I never talked to any of the girls. That was all elementary school age. I don't think about it that much because it's a little depressing. Nobody talked to me. Halfway through being a Girl Scout, the troop leader decided that everyone seemed like they wanted to talk with each other instead of do badges. And I did not have any friends there. So instead of doing activities, everyone else would talk to each other. Emotional damage. Do you stay long enough to sell cookies? Yeah, I sold a lot of them to an old man in my neighborhood. Most of the people either already had a Girl Scout relative to buy from, or they didn't answer the door. Scouts were lame on both sides. I was in Boy Scouts and it was boring. Boy Scouts! I like the outdoorsy stuff more, but Boy Scout sounds worse on the side that there's a lot less variety in what they do. Like playing soccer and being assigned to take care of the bench for both teams. It's bleak. The world is sad. I don't want to be very sad about it. I'm gonna chug some ginger ale. Doesn't Boy Scouts not exist anymore? Well, the Boy Scouts have been a little invalidated on that front because, well, they're kind of more archaic and their popcorn sucks. And now the Girl Scouts let in boys. People will have opinions on that, but I'm going to just say I do not care. I do not think it is a particularly bad thing. You know? Kids should be able to talk to each other. I think they do still exist as separate entities, it's just that nobody wants to join the Boy Scouts anymore because they suck. Which is better in your opinion, the Boy Girl Scout or the Girl Boy Scout? I think they both have their appeals. The uniforms are both. I will say to him, the Girl Scout uniforms stink. You know, you see those stereotypical uniforms with the berets or whatever. Modern Girl Scout uniforms, they just make you wear this ugly vest. They're awful. You know, Boy Scouts, they have like this whole outdoorsy thing going on. It's fun. I would like to see a girl in a Scout uniform. But you get to learn cool knots in the Boy Scouts. I can learn cool knots off the internet. Shut up. But also, here's a really bizarre archaic rule in the Boy Scouts. In order to be in the Boy Scouts, technically you have to be part of a religion. It doesn't matter what religion, you just have to be part of a religion. You can't be atheist. That might have been changed, but that was the case when I was young. It's just this really bizarre archaic rule. It's weird, you know? If you're gonna be concerned about that kind of rule, why would you let anyone be a religion? Yep. Excludes atheists and agnostics. Did that start off with a specific religion that got widened weirdly? Probably, if I were to guess. I don't know, might have also just been like, you gotta have some kind of god in your heart. Just funny. Would they let me join if I was a part of the Church of Rock and Roll? I don't think they would let you join because you are not a 9-year-old boy. So, yeah. Join as a pastafarian? Isn't that the... Is that the flying spaghetti monster? It's been so long since I've heard about that. That's such a... That's... Honestly, that even predates, like, Reddit atheists. That's like the prehistoric Reddit atheist. I can't remember the last time I thought about them. I think they're kind of fun, but... Feel corny. My dad used to have a flying spaghetti monster bumper sticker. I always thought it was cool, but that's because I really liked spaghetti. I always thought about how tasty spaghetti was whenever I thought about it. You like spaghetti but not meatballs? I'm sorry. I like kielbasa in my spaghetti though. I just don't like... I think beef... There should not be clusters of beef in anything. I think the beef should only be ground. Someone successfully argued for their right to wear a pasta strainer on their head and their driver license photo as religious headgear. The 2000s were a time. The 2000s. These jokes are... They've aged really poorly. Now they're just kind of lame and goofy. I don't know. I watched The Producers on DVD some weeks ago, and it was a very uncomfortable hour of creeping on woman. Very uncomfortable hour of like hot woman sex, woman sex. Like, I'm watching this with my family. Hi Elise. Hi. French women are hot. As soon as Scott, hi Jason. That's my opinion. I mean, all women. I do like women in general, but I think women with accents are nice. One with noteworthy accents, I mean. Accents that aren't my bland American accent, of course. I don't have an accent. Hi, Zach the Mac. I don't know. I at least I got embarrassed now. I was talking about, I watched The Producers on DVD and it was very uncomfortable to watch with family because they kept, talking about how hot the women were and sex. Women with accents make me glad I was born a straight man. I'm glad that I am me. I don't have such a solid identity like that. Thank you, Vape. While making wonderful impressions on all the new people? Okay, Maybe you want to make fun of me for the first thing I say during a raid being, woman sex and then French woman hot, but nothing wrong with that. I'm living. I live my life forever. Solidify your identity, Val? No. No. If I solidify my identity, I'm gonna have to deal with people arguing like, are femboys straight? Are femboys gay? I don't care. That's not my problem. I'm sorry guys, she isn't actually a lewd tuber. Speak for yourself. Watch this. Exposed shoulder. Oh, oh, oh. I don't think you can get any lewder than this. Mickey, is that you? Are you calling me Mickey Mouse? For my voice? I'll have to die. And bingo. You can't show that on Twitch? Watch this. Exposed scalp. I'm putting the bucket hat back on. Bald? I'm not bald. Do you think... Wait, does it... Okay, maybe my skin color is a little close to my hair color. I don't look bald though. I don't look bald. Not bald, I'm subbing. Oh. Okay, maybe I... You know what? No. I'm not caving on that front. It feels bald as... I guess the bucket hat is so ingrained in how I look. Can we drop the bangs as well? Okay, we can do that. Fine, whatever. I'll just... I'll just be real annoying about it. Give me a bit. Okay, you know, I'm not doing this. This is too much effort. You'll just have to imagine that something has changed about me. Or you know what? I'll just strip down. Normal style. Hi, what are you looking at? Your dress color is also really close to your hair color? I don't know, isn't it kind of appealing? It's this sort of monochromatic feel. I feel like an oil painting. Of course. Did you get a new haircut? I'll never tell. Ha 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 ha. Oh, can you cover up again? It's hard to keep watching the stream while averting my eyes from your sinful scalp and clavicle. Look at this, I have collarbone. It feels oily. I haven't taken a shower yet. Usually I would head back with I showered earlier today. I haven't taken a shower yet. And I didn't shower this weekend. Why would you say that? Why? Am I going to get flooded with like, oh yeah, oh smell, oh. Whenever I think of people talking about smell, I always think of it might be a little old by now, but like Matsuri going Fubuki! Sniff, 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 Fubuki! Oh, cute Fubuki! Oh! Eliaga becomes smells bad. I don't smell bad. Maybe I smell sweaty, but that's an acquired taste. Or we don't bring it up. Okay. Maybe I should go. No. Too late, you brought it up. Can any of you tell me that you've honestly never smelled someone? Your spaghetti is dropping. Shut up! Shut up! Okay. 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 This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. This is fine. Okay. I am fine. I don't smell bad. 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 Throw me to the wolves and I'll come back pregnant? Yo. 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 Ew. Stinks good. Smells of pure dust. We can smell fear. I smell I don't have smell. There is no smell in a 5-mile radius of me, and this is true. No one can smell. I burn everyone's noses off. Magically. No one can smell. Are your clothes clean? Because if they're not, you might smell like mildew. Oh, my clothes are washed, but my washing machine has mildew in it. So they kind of smell like mildew, but I don't think that's that bad of a smell, honestly. Maybe that's just me. I don't know. You know, the mold. Give me a moment. I wanted to be closer. Wait, hold on. Kinda looks like I'm undressed. Imagine I'm taking a bath or something. Get the soundboard? Okay, hold on. Give me a moment. I'm taking a shower. Give me a moment. I have more ideas. Give me a moment. Hold on. I live a normal life. Normal woman, normal life. Normal woman. Give me a moment. It'll get better. We are fine. And, soap. I need soap. This will be fine. We are living. We are living thrilling lives. Rubber dub dub. I'm eating the soap. Wait, give me... I need more moments. There we go. This is all fine. Thank you, Anon. Thank you, Anon. What else do you do in the shower? Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make bath time lots of fun. Rubber ducky, I'm awfully fond of you. Oh, look at that, shoulders. I thought shower streams weren't allowed on Twitch. Well, as you can see from the soap bubbles that I've accumulated, this is actually a bath stream. I'm just using the shower. That's the sound of a shower head. That's the sound of the water. It goes. I'm living the life. This is great. This is great. Here, watch this. I'll watch it. Here, I'll dunk you guys in. Give me a moment. Get showered, get showered. Get clean. This makes me want to shower. Well, thanks, Bella. Get sprayed, get sprayed. This is great. I love doing this. I love living life. What was that? Split your lungs with blood and thunder when you see the white whale. Break your backs and crack your oars down. Something, something, prevail. White whale, holy grail. Now the water is starting to get high. It's running down the other side of the tub. It's fine. It's fine. Bigger tub. Just tape the door shut. Real quick. You're gonna want to do that. You know what? Get hosed down. Get hosed down. Let's raid someone. I don't know. Filling up the bathroom waist high with water and the clothes start floating. We're all fine. We're all fine. Get more bubbles in here. It'll be like the most fun pool. Gurgles water. Here. Soap too. Let's raid someone. I don't know who. I don't follow enough VTubers. Who in my life exists? Who exists in my life? Who? Doko? Doko Coco? Where am I? Coco. I learned that from Idol Master. From Miki Idol Master. Ah. This is fun. I should have got more bubble PNGs. So it's like I'm lathering you up with soap or something. Yeah, sure. I've never seen Hello Kitty Adventure. Island Adventure. I love woman. No wonder Twitch fan shower streams, it's too fun. Rubber ducky, you're the one. You make streaming lots of fun. French woman. Love. Coughs up blood. My final words. Parlez-vous français? Bye bye flower, bye bye super duper, bye bye cockle, bye bye Deja, bye bye Sazerac, bye bye Vape Nation, bye Zachnamac, bye bye Aaron, bye bye weeks ago, bye bye Ringo, bye bye I don't know, there's so many people. Bye bye Standard, bye bye Redux, bye bye Celis, bye bye, what are you looking at? Bye bye Barbie, bye bye Aaron, bye bye Fred, bye bye Tessera, bye bye! Bye bye Bob if you're still here. How well can you hear me over all the water? Bye bye! Bye bye! Bye bye!